Hello again, Roy.RealEstate with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about lake properties. I'm probably going to end up making this two videos. One, I want to kind of really focus on Lake Nasworthy, but today I just want to talk about the more general. So first thing to think about when you're buying lake properties is choose your lake carefully, okay? We're in West Texas. So as we learned a few years ago, 2011 was the last time it was really bad, is water is precious and you can't depend on lake levels. So Lake Ivy is one of those that built it, I don't know, 20 something years ago. When they built it, they were forecasting it would take 10 years for it to fill up. Well, we had a big rain and it filled up in about 9 months. And it has consistently been going down since then. It's gotten really low on 2 or 3 occasions. And it'll come back up, and in last fall's rains, it came up 10 or 15 feet. I mean, came up substantially, which how much flooding did that save, by the way, in the town lakes down around Austin and stuff? How much worse would it have been down there without Lake Ivy there to act as a buffer? Because all that water coming out of Colorado and the Concho would have been hitting all those dams down there as well. So anyway, that's the first thing you got to think about is look at the lakes. So if you look at our lakes around here, obviously O.C. Fisher was virtually dry just a few years ago. And it's coming up now. They've got the repairs that dam made, and hopefully it's going to hold water. And they're working on some of the upstream on the North Concho, getting rid of some of the mesquites and cedar and being able to get more water in it. So that's been the lake's been there a long time. There's lots of the Highland Range area and stuff that you can see down on the lake. There's not really any close to the lake lots because it's state-owned land right around the lake. So it's not really an option. Nasworthy is, and again, we'll talk about that. Nasworthy is unique out here because it's a constant level lake, which doesn't quite mean that it's a constant level, but we'll talk about that some more. Then Twin Buttes. Twin Buttes is all government land around it, so there's really not any sites that you can get that join the lake. So then you're going farther away. You can go down south to Amstead, you can go to Robert Lee, you can go to Ivy, and lots of areas around Ivy, but a lot of those people, they bought property when that lake filled up and property was really hot out there and people bought it. And then as the lake just gradually receded, it became a big issue that properties that they couldn't sell for even a fraction of what they paid for them. And people put houses in, houses that were, 100 yards from the lake when they built them. And then 10 years later, you couldn't even see the lake from the house. So that can have a drastic effect on the value of your house. You just have to be ready for that. And just think about it. Look at the history of that lake and find out what's been going on. And the new lakes, Ivy was an opportunity. The people that jumped in and bought early, if the lake had stayed full, they could have really done well with their properties when they got ready to sell them. So the big factor out here is water. Can you depend on the water? And honestly, there's not any you can depend on in West Texas, but some lakes have a better history than others. Hopefully Twin Buttes is fixed now and it will hold water. Again, you can't buy lots on it, but at least it affects what happens in Nasworthy. Is it caught water, Twin Buttes caught water from all this last fall rains, so now it's in great shape, and then that should steady the flow and be able to enable them to be able to keep Lake Nasworthy at a constant level. So anyway, first thing to think about with lake property is lake property without a lake is lost its value. So again, the value of water in West Texas is great. So be very cautious and considerate of what you're doing, the lake you want to be on, the driving distance from where you want to be, and those kind of factors, and just figure out the lake that you want to be on and what activities you want the lake for. If you want fishing, then Amstead or Ivy are both really well-known fishing, although Nasworthy is pretty well too, and Twin Buttes, when that fills up, who knows what it's going to be like. It has been in the past very good lake for fishing. So do you want to water ski? Do you want to, what are the things you want to do on a lake? And think about that and make sure you pick the lake that fits what you're looking for. And then again, as best you can, figure out that you're not buying it when the lake's full and the property values are high, and then when you get ready to turn around and sell it, the lake's going to be low and the property values are going to follow that lake level. And that's probably a good way to look at it, is how full's the lake? There goes your property values. It's a pretty good barometer on our West Texas lakes. So just some thoughts about lake properties. Next time I'm going to do a little more in-depth looking at Nasworthy, some of the city-owned lots and some of the issues that are going on with that, and the uniqueness of Lake Nasworthy. It's really a cool lake in a lot of ways. So tune in, give me a call if you got any questions. 325-268-0775, Roy.RealEstate. Thank you.